Greetings, Dr. Audrey. My name is Karoko with my metric number 103576, and I'm presenting on behalf of our group, Ecobears. We are pleased to share our work on solid waste management with a particular focus on Malaysia. The end of this presentation is to examine how solid waste is managed, why it is important for environmental sustainability, and the specific challenges in Malaysia is facing. We also intend to highlight possible solutions that can improve the current situations. To begin with, let's look at the introduction to solid waste management. First of all, solid waste management, or SWM, refers to systematic handling of different types of waste, including municipal, industry, hazardous, and electronic waste. In this process, there are several stages: collection, transportation, treatment, recycling, and final disposal. Each of these stages is essential to ensure that waste is managed safely and sustainably. Moving on, as city expand and industry growth, the amount of complexity of waste continue to rise. According to the World Bank 2018 report, municipal solid waste is projected to reach 3.4 billion tons per year by 2050. This clearly highlights the urgency of developing effective waste management systems worldwide. Now, why does SWM matter? Because it plays critical roles in reducing pollution, whether on land, in the air, or in water. Moreover, it helps lower greenhouse gas emissions for landfills and promote site recycling and composting. However, when SWM fails, the consequences in are immediate and visible. For example, when garbage is not collected, the in front of your house start to smell. This is a simple example illustrate how waste mismanagement directly affect our daily life. On a larger scale, poor SWM can lead to flood, river contaminations, and serious damage to ecosystem. Turning to Malaysia, the challenge is significant. As uh, as of 2022, the country generates more than 38,000 tons of waste every day, yet the recycling rate is only 24%. This lower figure is largely due to weak enforcement and limited public awareness. As a result, the problem becomes even more difficult to solve. To conclude these sessions, solid waste management is not just about handling trash, it's also about protecting our environment, our health, and our future. Next, we will look at the type of solid waste, both in internationally and in Malaysia, to better understand the scope of the problem.
My name is Nomalani and my metric number is 107663. So today I will be presenting on type of solid waste with a specific focus on a comparison of waste management practice between Malaysia and Finland. To begin, let us look at the contrasting waste management models used by both countries. Finland utilized a well-established European circular economic model where waste is minimized, reused, and converted into energy wherever possible. In contrast, Malaysia faced the challenges of a rapidly urbanizing tropical country where population growth and consumption pattern put a pressure on existing waste management system. Next, I will discuss on electronic waste, commonly known as e-waste. E-waste refer to electrical or electronic devices that are no longer needed, such as old phone, computer, and household appliance. These items are valuable because they contain precious material, but they are also dangerous due to presence of hazardous elements. If not properly managed, e-waste can pose seriously risk to both human health and the environment. In Malaysia, industrial e-waste is strictly regulated under Schedule Waste Code SW110. However, household e-waste disposal still relies largely on voluntary guideline and charity program. On the other hand, Finland has achieved an impressive 88% retrieval rate for domestic e-waste, supported by a robust and well-organized national recycling system. Moving on to municipal solid waste or MSW. MSW includes daily discarded items from residential homes, commercial, business, and institutional facilities. This waste commonly consists of food, remnants, paper, plastic, and other household material. In Finland, more than 58% of municipal waste for power generation and only a very small amount ends up in landfills. This approach reduces landfill use while generating energy. In contrast, Malaysia still primarily relies on landfilling as the main method of waste disposal, which present long-term environment challenge. Finally, hazardous and scheduled waste. These are materials that pose potential danger to human health and the environment, often due to properties such as toxicity or ignitability. In Malaysia, hazardous materials are officially classified as scheduled waste under the Environment Quality Regulation of 2005, which lists 77 specific types of waste. Meanwhile, Finland follows European Union guidelines, including the polluters pay principle, where waste providers are responsible for disposal costs and cradle to grave, which monitor waste from generation until final disposal. In conclusion, the comparison between Malaysia and Finland shows that strong regulation, advanced infrastructure, and public participation play a crucial role in effective waste management. While Malaysia continues to improve its system, Finland serves a strong example of how circular economic approach can significantly reduce environmental impact.
Hi, my name is Eniva Ateng and my metric number is 107669. So today I will present about solid waste management method, international and Malaysia. So for the first one is the integrated waste management approach focused on protecting public health and the environment. Its main goal is to reduce landfill dependency and recover useful resources through different waste treatment methods. For the first one is landfilling. Landfilling is the most common waste management method. It is widely used because it has low cost and has handled large volume of waste. However, it poses environmental risks such as pollution and gas emission. In Malaysia, landfilling is still dominant method. For the second one is recycling. Recycling involves reusing materials like paper, plastic, glass, and metal. It helps energy and natural resources. In Malaysia, recycling rates are improving, but they are still relatively low compared to developed countries. The third one is composting. Composting is used to treat organic waste such as food and garden waste. It helps reduce methane emissions and produce useful compost. In Malaysia, composting is practiced on limited scale due to infrastructure and awareness issue. The last one is incineration, or we call it waste to energy, WTE. Incineration and waste-to-energy reduce waste volume and can generate energy. However, these methods involve high costs and require strict environmental controls. In Malaysia, waste-to-energy is emerging approach being explored as an alternative to landfilling. So, in conclusion, while landfilling remains the main method in Malaysia, stronger emphasis on recycle, composting, and waste to energy is important to achieve sustainable waste management.
My name is Nurul Shahira and my metric number is 105965. Today I will talk about environmental impacts in Malaysia. There are four major environmental issues. The first one is air, water, and soil pollutions, impact on biodiversity and ecosystem, public health risk, and contribution to climate change. For the air pollutions, environmental impact happen because of open burning and e-waste disposal release toxic gases, heavy metals, and harmful particles. For water pollution, landfills alleged contaminate groundwater and nearby river. While for the soil pollutions, it causes soil degradation such as lost fertility and creates desertification which impact on food security. For the second one is impact on biodiversity and ecosystem. Wildlife ingests or becomes entangled in plastic waste, which leading to injury, habitat loss, and ecosystem disruptions. The third one is public health risk. Waste attracts disease vectors and toxic exposure causes respiratory and long-term health issues. For the last major environmental issues is contribution to climate change. Landfill contributes about 20% of methane emissions, a potent greenhouse gas with high global warming potential. Next, I will talk about mitigation measures. Waste segregation, recycling, composting, improved landfill management, methane capture, and strict enforcement help to reduce environmental health impact.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Adam Aidi Idhamshah, and my matrix number is 105138. Now, I want to talk about current challenge in Malaysia. We have five current challenge in Malaysia. First is over-reliance on landfill. Second, low rate of waste separation at sources. Third, high proportion of organic and food waste. Fourth, economic and technology barriers. Last but not least, regulatory and governance issue.
Hi, my name is Nuatira binti Yusuf. My metric number is 105553. Today I will explain about solution of challenging in Malaysia. First is integrate waste to energy facility. It is a series of process designed to convert waste material into usable form of energy, typically electricity or heat. Second is to implement mandatory waste separation at source that support by legal enforcement, public education, and economic incentive. Third is mandatory organic waste division to composting and anaerobic digestion. This technology convert food and another organic matter into nutrient-rich compost or biogas, which can be used as renewable energy. Fourth solution is to ensure green financial and economic incentive for investment in waste infrastructure. The way to reduce financial risk, attack domestic and international capital can be done by using tools such as green bond, tech incentive, and public-private partnership. This measure encourage the private sector to develop more advanced waste management system and adopt innovative technology. As a result, increase efficiency, recycling rate, and support the circular economy. The last solution is comprehensive circular economy blueprint with extend producer responsibility. Extend producer responsibility that strongly encourage product design that are more reusable, more durable, and less harmful for the environment to the manufacturing company. That's all for me. Thank you.
So my name is Nuisa Nashir binti Asri, my metric number 10213. So for the conclusion, solid waste management in Malaysia is a complex issue influenced by policy, technology and public behavior. The country still relies heavily on landfilling, which leads to environmental pollution and land scarcity. International example such as Finland shows that a circular economy approach through recycling, composting and waste to energy can greatly reduce landfill use and improve resource recovery. So, however, Malaysia faced challenges including weak enforcement, low waste segregation, and limited infrastructure. So, to address these issues, sustainable strategies such as recycling, composting, waste to energy, and extended producer responsibility are essential. Shifting from a linear to a circular economy is crucial for environmental protection, green job creation, and long term sustainability.